Good morning, good afternoon. Welcome to the Million Mom Movement's Fierce Friday. We do this every Friday at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. And we welcome you here today for our Business Forward Week. Every week we do either a Health Forward or a Business Forward presentation. Today is business, and we're so excited to have you here. My name is Jody Parker. I am one of 5 members of the Million Mom Movement Council. We are the activism arm of Purium Health Products, a superfood company that we are so privileged to be partnered with. And we are all about teaching you how to up-level your health and your wealth through our superfood partner. Fierce Friday got started about 1.5 years ago because we were super passionate about the food that we eat. And we know that there are a lot of chemicals and a lot of additives in our food that are not about health. And it is our mission to get out there and educate so that you can then take it to your community and educate. But I'm going to get started this morning. We have a pledge here at the Million Mom Movement. And my daughter, this is Leora, she is 8 years old, always joins us to do the pledge. She's really good at it. And so I'm going to share my screen with you guys. And we are going to bring up the pledge so that she can do that. This is what you see. millionmommovement.info is our website. And I promise you that if you give us your email, come under here under join, we will not share it. That just comes to us. But under join, you can scroll down here and you can see our pledge, the Million Mom Movement pledge. Please read it right along with Leora as she goes. Take it away, my child.
I pledge to defend the health of myself and my family. I pledge to choose organic foods that are minimally processed and free of man-made ingredients. I pledge to read labels and educate myself on all aspects of clean living. I understand that my actions today will positively impact the health of and environment of future generations. I am committed to sharing this movement of many. I am the Million Mom Movement.
And why is mom in all caps?
Because it means movement of many, which means dads, uncles, aunts, teachers, whoever wants to join can, as long as they care about clean living.
And what else? What else do we have to care about?
Educating yourself.
And
kids.
And the children, right? Because they're the ones who are going to bring it forward. Thank you, my darling. All right, I mentioned you out of here now. She's going to go do her schoolwork.
No, I'm not. I don't want to do it.
She doesn't want to do her schoolwork.
No, I did all my schoolwork besides read the one.
So carrying right along, I mentioned that there are 5 of us here on the council, and I am going to pass over to Carmela Velarde, and she is going to tell you about the scholarship and the petition that we have as part of our program. And Carmela, go ahead and unmute yourself, and I'll go ahead and share my screen.
Thank you, Jody. I've got my helper here too. This is Nia Velarde. He's also 8 years old. And we are going to share today about the scholarship. So Purium gives back to our community, and it's super important to know that these scholarships exist and they are part of the Million Mom Movement. So we are looking for very business forward, committed individuals who want to share their message to the world to help our movement move forward. And what is it? It is a scholarship that offers you over $1,500 in organic superfoods and a launch pack, which is the business. So this launch pack gives you upline support, training, the Million Mom Movement really as your upline. And what does the $1,500 consist of? It's the first month is the ULT, which is the package that's best for most. It's a 30-day program. Then there's the juice bar in the bag and the core 4 to follow it up. And then the 3rd month, you get to choose which of the 3 packs that we have available, which includes the family nutrition pack that Jody Parker actually was instrumental in facilitating the creation of, which is grain-free, by the way, and very ideal for families who have sensitivities. But really, what you do with these products is you share your experience with them. You share your passion for what our movement is about making an impact through our organic superfood nutrition lifestyle. And it is available for those who are in the United States and Canada only. You cannot be a brand partner already. You have to actually be an existing customer or a new person who's new to the community. So you will need somebody who will be your upline diamond sponsor. And we're really excited. We accept for a month. So please go to the website, fill out the application. There's a lot of information that you can see here to apply. And that's it for now. We've given over $300,000 worth of organic superfoods and businesses away to people who are really making an impact in our community. So we'd love to see more of you in it. And I'm going to move now on to the petition. So the petition is a really great way that we get active. What do we do in the Million Mom Movement? We are the activism arm. So we're arming you with tools, with resources to help you move this message forward, which is to help decrease the toxicity that exists in our society. While General Mills is not a company who we think that is aware. So we created this petition. Look, Nia, we're at 95%. Last I looked, we were about 100 less. So we are getting signatures, but we do need you to copy this link, share it onto your communities, onto your social media. Tell people how important it is that Cheerios is the #1 product in the market that has the highest points per billion of the known herbicide, which is glyphosate. It's the active ingredient in Roundup. And we really want them to be aware that we are not okay with that, because for many families, it may have been their first food as babies. So yes, please share far and wide. We'd appreciate it and love it. And there's the pledge again. So you can always ask for people who are aligned with us with this pledge to sign it. All right, we'll pass it on.
Thank you so much, Carmela. It's so important. 80% of our food supply has this toxin in it. And for those of you who may not know, glyphosate being the active ingredient in Roundup, it acts as an antibiotic on your gut. It is actually a patented antibiotic. And we all know that if you take antibiotics, that it can destroy the gut microbiome. And imagine eating little bits of that with every meal, 3 times a day, 7 days a week. Over time, what that is going to do to your gut and then therefore your health. It can lead to all sorts of inflammation, which can then lead to autoimmunity. It's a really big deal. So we'd love for you to get out there. If you're interested in learning more about glyphosate, you can go to our YouTube channel, Million Mom Movement, and there are quite a few videos there talking in depth about glyphosate and what it does in the body and how you can get it out. And speaking of our YouTube channel, I'm going to now pass the mic over to Naiva Flore, who is our social media maven, as Stephanie Dawn calls her. She handles all our social media, and she's going to tell you how you can keep in contact with us. Naiva.
Hey everyone, so glad you're all here today for this amazing presentation. Thank you so much for the introduction, Jody. So I would love for you all to stay plugged into our different social medias. I have the great honor to be able to post and repost what you share. So we do have several platforms that you can follow. We'd love for you to follow our YouTube channel, like Jody just mentioned. All of our replays go up there. We have a Twitter page. We have an Instagram page, which is where I mostly find your post and repost you. So if you are wanting to be featured on our Million Mom Movement page, please post on your Instagram and use these hashtags so that I can find you. And on Instagram, we have an amazing feature, the link in our bio, that will bring you to all the links that we've talked about today. So if you want to go sign the petition, or you want to find the scholarship information, or maybe you're looking for our YouTube channel, all of those links are on our Instagram link in the bio. So please refer to that when you're looking for something and you can't find it. And I will be looking for you all on Instagram. Please post about your health transformation, your business transformation, your kids drinking superfoods. We want to hear about your journey, and we want to repost you and feature you there. And everything that I post on Instagram actually gets filtered through Facebook and Twitter, so they get posted on all platforms at once. And so if you're following us on our Facebook page, you will also see everything that I post on Instagram, but you'll also see that weekly I make a Facebook event for this Fierce Friday. So if you want to go to our Facebook page, go ahead and give us a follow. And under events, you will see that monthly, I create the entire month's worth of events. Even if the last couple say to be announced, there is an image and an event created. And so I wanted to just go ahead and encourage you all to go and just join all of those events so that when I update them, you will get that notification in your inbox saying the event got updated. And then lastly, we have a group on Facebook. It's Million Mom Movement Official, and we'd love to invite you to join our community there. Come in there, post your stories. If you're shy about going live, go ahead and go live in that group. You'll get a ton of support, and we want to hear from you because you're a part of our Million Mom Movement community. Back to you, Jody.
Thank you so much, Naeva. So we got through that quick. We got through that's all the stuff that we every week have to make sure everybody knows so we can share that with you. But now we get to get into the meat of the call, which is today, as I mentioned at the top of the call, Business Forward. And I get to introduce you to the chair of the Million Mom Movement, Stephanie Dawn, and to one of my other fellow council members, Tass Ferreira, who are going to take over today and teach you how to up level your wealth. I'm super excited about this. I have to brag on them a little bit right now. Both of them, Stephanie is running for Black Diamond and Tass is running for Crown. We think she's going to be the first council member to hit Crown. No pressure, Tass, no pressure at all. And so without further ado, Stephanie, if you want to go ahead and unmute yourself, and I pass it over to you.
Sweet. Thank you so much, Jody Parker and my beloved council. Taz, are you there?
I'm here.
There you are. Hi, girl. I'm so excited to be co-leading with you today. We are going to jump into a topic that we both care deeply about, and that's helping moms and dads and people make money. Right, Taz?
Absolutely. I mean, it's essential.
Yeah. So we are talking today about wealth transformation. And it's something that I have been studying for most of my life, to be honest. Some of you know, most of you probably don't know that I was, prior to my Purium career, I was a business coach, and I helped women make money, double, triple their income in the health field and in the birth world for many years. And it was something that I really, really loved doing. And so now I get to do that with women in my downline, predominantly women. I do have some men, but it's mostly women. I know, Taz, you have a male guest, so I'm really excited for you to bring him on. And he's in Europe, right?
Yes.
I love it. I love that you've got team in Europe. I aspire to those goals. So without further ado, I would like to bring on a colleague of mine, a friend of mine. We just got to be together in Los Angeles this past week. She got to celebrate her year anniversary of her open air gym that she created in LA when COVID shut down her CrossFit gym. And she started way back when with me about 4 years ago with Purium. And then she stepped back for a bit to do her gym, to own a gym, which was, I think, a completely new experience for her. And then to relaunch her Purium business this year. So are you with me, Tal Kapoor?
I am right here, always with you, Stephanie.
Yay! Hi, welcome. I'm so glad you're here with me today. So Tal started her business in LA, same as me. And we used to have a lot of fun hosting healthy happy hours together. We love bringing people together, and we just did that in LA at her open air gym. And it was so incredible to be together again and to be working Purium together again as a team. And that experience of coming together and working together and learning together and breaking bread together and dancing together and all the things that we did together was exactly what I hoped it would do. It would catalyze, reignite my LA team. So that's what's happening. Tal is a leader on that team. She's a leader throughout my entire team. She's an executive with Purium, and she's headed for Diamond. And so I wanted to get in with you today, Tal, because you had an incredible health transformation. Incredible. You know, you transformed the appearance of PCOS, you've lost 80 pounds, you're now this incredible athlete, really rocking it out and helping people every day with their bodies and with their nutrition. So your transformation, your health transformation has been formidable. Your wealth transformation with Purium is taking some time. And I wanted to get into that today because you've had a major pivot in the last, 8 months, really, because you had this comfortability. And I think a lot of us here in the Million Mom Movement community can relate, myself included. It's easy to get comfortable just talking about the products because they're amazing and you've had this incredible transformation. But leading with the business, talking about the business, finding and enrolling brand partners, that's a whole nother matter. And so I wanted to get into it with you today, Tal, and just talk with you about that transformation and how that's been for you. So let's just start there.
I love it. Yeah, let's just start there. Yeah, it has been a really big pivot for me. Really, because you're right. I mean, I've just been so comfortable for a long time talking about the products and what they can do for you, and about using my transformation as, speaking for the product as the example. And I've been able to enroll many customers. I have a really great customer base, and I love it. I get the residual income from them, and it's been wonderful, right? And then something just sort of hit me. I think I had taken the break, and right before I started stepping back in, I started checking out the Facebook groups again and just sort of seeing like, what's going on? Where is Purium at? And started seeing people rank. And I was like, ooh, wait, what? Christina Armand is crowned? Like, how did that happen? Like, just started seeing everyone like blowing up, and wanted to understand how that was happening all of a sudden. I had lost my big box gym that I loved so much, and had to pivot in opening a gym here in my backyard, which I love so much. But I needed more, right? I was really loving the residual income that I could see, even though I had taken a break from doing the business. And so just sort of really curious. I got really curious as to how, my friends from way back when we were all executives, how they were all ranking all of a sudden. I was like, well, this is something fiery is going on. So you invited me, Stephanie, to a Zoom that Rachel was hosting. And I met Jilly on there for the first time. And I was like, oh, who's this? This is a lot of new faces, right? Who's this Jilly gal? And who's Tanya? Like, what's her story all about? She's a fitness trainer too. Okay, I'm gonna listen in. I'm gonna tune in. And really just by hearing the stories of everyone and having a lot of conversations with you, Stephanie, just sort of really boosted my confidence in switching from always talking about the products and my experience with the products to now really talking about what it's like to actually be a business owner in this health industry, what that means for me and what that can mean for others too.
Beautiful. So you were really brave. I really want to acknowledge you, Tal, because you were really brave. You went live with me on Instagram a couple times to talk about this, and really, so I have this background in counseling, spiritual counseling, and I do this with my downline periodically. And Tal was ready. She's like, yeah, I want this. I want to know what's holding me back, right? So can you go back to some of those lives that we did, Tal, where you were really emotional, like you were really working through some emotions that were limiting you and what was possible in terms of the success that you can have with Purium. So are you willing to be vulnerable and dance with me here for a bit?
Let's do it. Let's dance. I love it. Yeah. So you all should know that Stephanie has this magic way of bringing out the truth, of really digging deep and finding your inner soul that I, was hiding from, and really wanted to understand the clarity, and really I needed to break through some stuff. And doing it live Facebook. She's like, let's just go live right now. I was like, okay, okay, Because guys, when I came back in, I decided if I was going to rank, if I was going to build a business with Purium, that I would just do whatever Rachel and Stephanie tell me to do. Like, I'm just going to do it. Like, I'm going to put all of my fears and all of my apprehensions and the things that keep holding me back because I want to display myself a certain way. I'm just going to put all of that out to the side, blow it off to the wind, and I'm just going to do the thing, right? And I'm going to really do the thing. And so we got on the live, and I was so, like, I was shaking. I could feel my body temperature rising. Like, I felt like I was going to pass out. And just remembering it now, I'm getting emotional again, because, you know, you just held me. You held me in that space, even though we were on the screen together. And you just asked me those questions, and you allowed me the opportunity to be so vulnerable and so honest with my fears around admitting that money is a necessity for my life in this world. And I didn't understand that before. You know, I've had successful businesses, and I've had the Jimmy Choo shoes, and I've had the luxurious life and all of that stuff. And I kind of miss it. You know, I kind of miss it. And I know that I'm in a different space now. I'm in a different mindset now. Things work differently for me now than they did then. And you really opened up a space for me to admit that, and to just be honest with the world, and not just put that person in front of everyone that I was hiding for a long time. And so it was just, wow, what are you doing, woman?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really scary, guys. It was really, really scary. And I didn't realize how much I needed to break through. And, you know, we all talk about how we need to just do the thing and do the work and make the post and tag the people and make the phone calls, which is another breakthrough thing. We always talk about doing that, but I think that you recognized that for me, I needed to, in order for me to do it, I needed to have the rest of the world hold me accountable.
Mhm.
And yeah. Okay, pulling out this tissue now.
Thank you so much for your heart and your vulnerability. You're getting a lot of love in the chat. So I share with you, Tal, and many on my team that, you know, Purium is a sacred mirror for us. So meaning that no matter where we go, there we are, right? And Purium is no different. And Purium shows us ourselves. It shows us where our personal development is. And I feel blessed to be able to hold your hand during this wealth transformation, because I know you're still in it. You know, it's an honor for me to walk with you and support you in your run and your rank to Diamond. And so, yeah, you know, it's not always comfortable, this evolution thing. It's not always comfortable getting to the next level, right? You know that as a health coach, as a gym owner, right? Like, no pain, no gain, right? So, it's the same with working our network marketing business. And yet the more we do it, the easier it gets. The more we really take ourselves on, the more we commit to something and be our word and do the thing, the more we build confidence in ourselves, the more we build trust in our ability to actually take the steps necessary to get to that next level. So I really want to honor and acknowledge you, Tal, for your continued vulnerability as you take yourself on and work with your own, work with whatever, every day we come up against what's limiting us, right, Tal? Every day, whether it's personal, whether it's professional, whatever it is. But if you have the willingness and the coachability, I was just singing your praises in there, you're so coachable. It is such a joy to mentor you, because you listen to what Rachel and I share with you, and you apply what we share with you. That's how I got to where I am, by listening to Rachel Balansat and Sarah Rhinelander. And so the fact that you're doing that, there's no question in my mind that you're achieving Diamond and beyond. There's no question in my mind. And so working with your own mindset, working with that which limits you, you're going to get there, you know? So thank you for your love and your willingness to be here with us today. The whole field is benefiting because of your story, Tal.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I just want to add just a little thing to it, that you're so right in that I'm definitely going to get there for sure. It's not even a hope and wish anymore. It's like, oh, it's happening. It's coming down. It's coming in because I'm putting in all of that work that needs to be done. And you know, everyone has their own path to diamondship, you know, and to crownship. Everyone has their own path. And even though I have been doing Purium for 4.5 years, the thing that I'm going to tell you that's different about this journey right now in the business with me right now is I have a level of commitment and consistency. Commitment to consistency. I've really began to design my life and schedule my days around that consistency. And I know with that is what's really going to push me forward. And I wouldn't be surprised for a double rank somewhere in there. Just saying.
Woohoo! I can't wait. Awesome. All right. So now we're going to go from California all the way to New Hampshire. I'd like to bring on Carr. Are you with us, my dear?
Hi, Stephanie.
Hi, welcome. I'm so glad you're here with us. So Carr, you are a mom. You are a health coach. You are a woman with a background in the health field, the medical field. Yeah. Hospital, organized medicine. Yeah. And you have a dream to transform it all, right? To really create a new paradigm of wellness in this country. And your dream has become my dream. And I feel so honored to be able to mentor you, Carr, and to be supporting you to realize your dreams with Purium and beyond. And so you recently as well had an experience of transformation because sharing about the product, sharing about the protocols, helping people with their health is something that comes really easy to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so when you decide to lead with the business, when you decide to move your business forward by enrolling brand partners, all of a sudden you move from health coach to business coach, wealth coach, you know, all those different monikers, right? So we recently had a conversation that I watched the whole thing happen before my very eyes. So will you speak to how that's been for you?
Yeah, thank you so much, Stephanie. Having you pull things out of me was really a transformative experience. I realized that I was hiding, much like what Tal said, I was hiding behind this part of me that really had a big mission, really had this desire to not only change people's health, but to really create a force of change. And you said something to me during our conversation that has really stuck with me. And you said it in essence, it was really about me being me and me owning my own value and owning my own influence and really beginning to step into my own self-worth. And so what I realized through my process with Purium and my health coaching business is that my discomfort had to do with owning that value and to really being so strong about who I was and what my capacity was to help transform people's idea, women, mostly I work with women, idea of who they are, and that is so tied up in wealth for me that money, I can't escape that money is a big piece of that. and that transforming my own health was about transforming my own relationship to my own wealth. So that was kind of it in a nutshell in our conversation. But I loved that you helped me really see the desires to bring, or my desire to help bring that out in other women, particularly health professionals that are ready to step out of what's happening currently in our healthcare system, that we really have an answer here to changing how people are looking at their own health and transforming wealth in the process. So it was such a big light bulb for me. Not that I've, jumped on the phone and contacted, but it was a transformation. It was a presence. It was a frequency change that I know is beginning to take root.
Mm-hmm. Brilliant. Yeah. So we have something here, Near and Carr, that is a solution for so many people who are choosing to step out of what we called it here a few weeks back, who are choosing to exit the matrix, whether it's the dominant paradigm of medicine and hospitals, or wherever a woman or a man finds themselves in terms of what they've been doing up until now, and stepping into another world, another way of making money. And so we have something here of great value that can really help people to really create a business and a life and wealth on their terms. So that's what I feel has been sort of like the unpacking here for you, because you signed on what, a year ago?
Yeah, I'm out November, like 20 something will be my year anniversary.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And you're a director with the company, and you are on your way to Diamond and beyond, right? Yeah. So, and you are, so, one of the ways that I've been able to witness you doing this is through, you're doing online programs, right? And there might be many other people here today that are doing online programs. And so whenever you're doing an online program and you're doing a sales page, this is what I was helping Near Carr with, you need to know who you're talking to. And so it was in helping Near Carr to get clear about who she was talking to on her sales page. I was like, actually, Near Carr, I think who you really want to be talking to is fellow health coaches, fellow people in the medical field who are disenchanted with the current reality, that are wanting to step away, and then it's only then can you really market to that, right, Near Carr?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
That clarity was huge. That was speaking to my value. Like, really, do I have what it takes to talk to naturopaths or doctors or nurses, or do I really have that ability to create a team and create a force that is changing healthcare through the people that, so let's get down to it. When we think of those types of professionals, people out there give a lot of credence to what they have to say, and they can in their own right be very influential. So I really want to have a team of influencers, that really are about beginning to look at our health in a whole new way.
Mm-hmm.
And part of that is stepping into our own value, and our own health is dependent on that.
Mm-hmm. Brilliant. Yeah. So I just want to unpack that word influencer for just one moment, because an influencer can be a mom who is influencing her community, as well as someone who has, over 20, 30, 40,000 followers on Instagram. All right. You, simply by being you, have influence. Okay. I'm talking to you, Near Carr, right now, and I'm talking to everyone that can hear my voice. But if we don't own our influence, and we don't get clear about who it is that we're here to be working with and calling forth into our businesses, then we're going to flounder. So I'm hoping that this conversation today is creating more clarity for you, Neer and Carr, more clarity for you, Tal, and for everyone who's listening to these gorgeous mamas. I forgot to mention that Tal is a mom of two, but I think some of you are well aware of Tal in our MMM community because she's been sharing a lot lately. But thank you so much for being with us today and for sharing your hearts, for sharing your vulnerability, your transparency around how it is that you are working your own wealth transformation with Purium. All right. Yay. All right. Let's pass the baton to my gorgeous colleague, Taz Ferreira in Florida. Take it away,
Thank you.
Taz. Mhm.
Thank you so much, Stephanie. Okay, so everything I'm hearing, I need to address this. Why do we have such a stigma with talking about money? Why? Isn't it so interesting that whenever we bring up money, something happens? It's like a wall. We all say, I want to help people. I love helping people. Okay, but how do you think you're going to achieve that? And now if there's money exchange, a wall goes up? Why? Don't we want money to go to the greatest people? Don't we want to bring back money to good? Money's been in bad hands for such a long time. It's up to us to transform that as well. So this is part of our wealth transformation. Let's put the money exchange back into the highest, most wonderful, caring people. And you know, like in Purium, we have health transformation each and every day, right? Okay, you tell me about, we're posting about the power shake. We're posting about the super aminos. Everyone is having some transformation. But you know what? How about your wealth transformation? You can drink your power shake, but are you showing up for yourself and your business? Do you have an open sign? Are you letting people know that you're there? Just think about it. If you owned a franchise, wouldn't you show up every day? You have to. You would tell me, absolutely, Taz. I bought this franchise. I am showing up each and every day. I have to pay for the light bill. I have to pay for all of these things. So this is the same concept, only now we don't have to pay for any of these overhead. So if you're not showing up and putting that open sign for your business, no one's going to know about this. And you know what Jody and Stephanie were talking about, that I'm almost crowned? Guys, I could not do this alone. I could not do this alone. And the two leaders I'm going to be featuring on this call today, this is the reason I'm almost there, because of them. They are incredible people. So the first one, you know, we have the movement of many. So he speaks to that. He is a father all the way from Sweden. Okay. And I would love for you guys to meet him. He's always on this call. The time schedule is horrendous, but he always shows up and he's committed. He's a diamond in our company. And guys, almost green diamond and an amazing human being. So I would love to introduce Fabian. Unmute yourself and start sharing a little bit about how you were before Purium.
Hi, everyone, and thank you so much, Taz. Oh my goodness, I'm so honored to be here. I'm so honored to be on this call. And yeah, thank you for introducing me so nicely. Yeah, so my background, I don't even know where to start. It's been 2 years since I'm with Purium, and I can share a little bit my life before, how that has been. So my background is graphic design. I've been doing it over 20 years, like 50 till 60 hours a week in the grind, in advertisement, tight schedules and stressful last minute tweaks. So yeah, all in all, I figured something doesn't fit well with me with the whole thing. I needed a lot of kittens to make up for the crocodiles. You know what that means? Like, you know, 1 month of vacation every year in one go and things like that. You might think, okay, that's nice, but I was like compensating my really stressful, always starting from scratch. In graphic design, you start from scratch always, and then at the end you get paid. It's like a linear system. So I always thought like of something like, man, why I should have like something like bringing 2 parcels to the post and get paid twice or something like that. So this was in my mind for quite a long time. And really the first time I heard about residual income was with Purium. And that's where I was like, oh, wow, this is exactly it, so yeah.
And Fabian, you have an incredible team, okay? You're diamond with our company, going on to green diamond. So how does that feel?
This is unbelievable to be able to, like create your own team, like not coming into a company. Like if I compare it to corporate life, you just take over a team and you think, okay, I can work with these and these people, maybe, like this is a whole different story. You create your own team and you know exactly with whom you want to work and how much and when you want to work with them. This is a beautiful thing, because also in terms of like time freedom, it's you can be flexible. Like before, you just had to attend that Monday morning meeting. You had to do these talks on a regular basis, and now it's just up to you how you want to organize that. It really feels amazing. And also, honestly, to bring on new people, because I know, like, I built my own team that I really can stand behind, and I really enjoy that so much, working with my people. And for everyone that comes to the team, it's just a beautiful add-on for them as well. Like they will enjoy that. I know that right from the start.
Absolutely. And let's go back a little bit, right? Because I know you didn't jump into the business right away and you didn't start sharing right away, right? So I know you were having a lot of health transformations. So talk to us about the health transformation and when you start seeing the business started paying.
Yeah, okay. I have to say, like, the shares before were really speaking to me. I resonated a lot with it, because we all probably had like a tremendous transformation with the product. So that's why it's just only natural that we first talk about the products, right? Because that was like the biggest impact. But then, like, going somewhere from consultant to executive and then to diamond, I really felt like, oh wow, this is really like, now it's starting to double fold, to triple fold, and it's like you get really like an income that you can live on. And that's where I felt, oh wow, now I have to really share it from the business side of it, because a lot of people out there, they're really looking for something like that, where you actually, a lot of people don't even know what residual income is, right? They also think in this linear thing, and they don't know that something so clever actually exists. And I had a bit, I didn't quite find the angle in the beginning to talk about this, because I felt more like selling it in terms of before, like if you have the products, it's also like selling, but we tell and we show our story with it. And that felt a little bit more natural or more like organic to me to do that, because I had like this health transformation. People could see that I had more energy, was more happy all the time. So, well, the business makes me also happy, obviously, but it's more like a thing that you need to find a different angle to introduce that to people. And I had a bit learning curve there to actually being able to share that. And for a lot of people, to be honest, it was just too good to be true, like they were like, oh, what are you telling me here? This is magic or what? And it's like, no, this is how it is, how it works. And it works so well, especially when you understand the several levels of it, right? So how your team builds up, how your tree builds, and how these all these customers that are happy and yeah, happy to buy some products, also like your brand partners that are happy and getting their health and wealth in order. So it's just yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
And you know, Fabian, you're a beautiful example of how you can lead with poise and confidence and, you know, shining your light. And I love seeing it.
Thank you so much, Taz.
You're welcome. I would love for you to talk about as well that you're building a team in the United States, right? So Fabian's from Sweden, so you don't have to just stick to Europe, right? Talk to us about that.
Yeah, so originally I'm from Switzerland, so I live in Sweden. So we moved to Sweden. So I have friends all over the world, especially in the US, some in Canada as well. And also I got introduced to the business from a friend from Canada, right? From Allison. And yeah, I thought like, okay, let's just start everywhere, because I don't mind where people are at. It's like in the last month or years anyways, like it got so close where we could like interact with people over Zoom or other possibilities. So I really like connecting all over the planet with people. And I noticed that yeah, in the US it really goes well, especially with people coming on as brand partners and they're starting their business. In Europe as well, it's a bit different approach, but I do have just like yeah, I talked to a friend of mine who is like for 19 years my best friend, and he just wanted to know what this is, you know, like he noticed that yeah, that there is something going on with me, that I'm doing this now for 2 years. So that was something he was really curious about, and we talked about, and he's coming on as a brand partner too. He's from Switzerland, so yeah, it's really incredible how I think, especially like in the US and Canada, it's so crystal clear that this is something people need. And
Noah.
Hi.
Yes, thank you so much, Fabian. And now you have the entire family involved, your wife's involved, and everyone. So thank you so much. We honor you. So I would love to have my other guest, who this is my shining bright star. She's incredible, okay? So she's running for a crown, okay? So let's have Allison Jade.
Hi.
Hey, I don't see you.
Oh.
Hi, Allison.
You don't see
me?
Hey,
Allison. I don't see you. It's okay. It's okay. Okay. Welcome. So Allison's an incredible leader. Okay. So the reason I'm here is because my entire team, and she's one of the shining lights on my entire team. She's almost crowned. She's an incredible leader, an incredible person. And you know, when someone just gets it, she just gets it. Okay, so I would love for her to talk a little bit about her story, how she was before, and you know, how Purium has changed her life.
Thank you so much. Okay, so where I was at before this angel came into my life, I was working as a freelance stylist, having a lot of anxiety attacks, a lot of meltdowns and dysfunction because I had a lot of mental health issues. I was diagnosed as bipolar a few years ago, and I was on medications, and I was taking, basically I didn't really work for 6 years because of, raising my kids. So I have two young children, and I was feeling like I didn't see much hope for myself in terms of success. It was kind of bleak. I was trying, I have an entrepreneurial spirit, but I didn't have the support or the wherewithal to really launch anything.
Okay. Yes. I thought you were going to go on. Yes. No, but like the moment that I met you, I always felt there was something. You you get it. You get it. And you know what I love about you? You've created this community. Can you talk to us about this community that you've created?
Yes. Okay. Well, I would say that truly, honestly, I pay it forward. It was really, I felt so welcomed into a community, and how much that was so important to me, because I didn't have community, and that was something I'd been praying for. So I just wanted to hold space to invite other people in to what I had been praying for, because I knew there was other me's out there. So I wanted to create, an environment that was kind and supportive. I called it Kind Human Tribe, just because it was like, I want to help kind humans rise. Everyone went black. Do you see me?
No, but we hear you. It's okay. Carry on.
Okay.
We don't see you. Now we see you. Yes.
Oh, I don't know what just happened. Sorry. So yeah, I wanted to create an environment that was welcoming in other, just people who were misunderstood, maybe called too nice. And I wanted to empower, like you said, bring the power into kind humans in the world.
Yes, I love that. And now you have your husband involved, you have the kids involved. This is a family affair, right?
Absolutely. My husband being involved has been an incredible, I was able to basically almost like I was able to match we were able together to match his salary, and having him home with being able to do this together as a family has been such a huge gift. So yeah, it's just been amazing.
So now you're living this incredible lifestyle, and I know you had a great health transformation, right? We all know the products work, right? But when you started sharing this, I know your business really took off when you were on vacation, right?
Yes, we went to Belize. We met. When you start this, manifestations happen fast. So yeah. I was envisioning going to the jungle, and I want a trip to the jungle. And we were able to just pick up, because of this business, we were able to pick up and leave in the middle of winter to go live in the tropics for 3 months. And that's where I was able to meet some of my biggest leaders, like Alice and Sarah Brandow and Vanessa and Kevin Luna. And I just have incredible people from that were basically, just because that was a huge pivot. I had freedom, and I was able to share that freedom with the world.
Absolutely. So you see, because of the location freedom, now you can expand your horizons, right? And I love all the videos and how fun you make this business. I love something that you say, well, many things, but one thing you say, we don't get to be on the calls. No, we don't want to be on the calls. We get to be on the calls, right? Am I quoting you properly?
We don't have to be on the calls.
Right.
We get to be, we want to be.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yes. I love that, because that just brings it into a whole different perspective, that when you're on the calls, you're like, yes, I want to be on these calls, right? How empowering is that? So I want to leave it up the last 5 minutes to open it up. If anyone has any questions, this is the time for all of our guests. Thank you so much, Allison. And Fabian as well, father of 2, and his wife was pregnant during his entire empire, building his business.
Thank you, Taz. I noticed that Lynette Clark has had her hand up for a really long time. I don't know if she's still here. Lynette,
see.
you had your hand up for a really long time. Are you still with us? Perhaps not. Well, I see Sonia has her hand up. Sonia Sunhart. Can we unmute Sonia?
There we go. Oh, you're not unmuted yet, Sonia.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh, there you are.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm really new. I'm in my 3 weeks with Purium, and on the 30-day ULT. So transformation is amazing. I'm getting a lot of comments about like the glow and just the mood and all that, and definitely having lost my business through the COVID situation, I had a retreat center called Regeneration Oasis to do all of this, transformational work with people in person. And often it is women, I have to say, but sometimes there's been a few men, like in yoga classes and stuff. And I'm just wondering about like a niche market, or, like I feel like this is like everybody needs this, like everybody eats, everybody. So I can't put a boundary or a limitation on like who my audience is. I feel like it's the whole world. Like, so I don't know if what you like. I know we usually do that in marketing, or like look at who your target audience is and things like that. So are there any suggestions here, like about that, or what you guys, your experience with that?
Yeah, I'd like to speak to that if I may. So, who we were before is going to impact our Purium business. Okay, so for me, I was a business coach in the birth world and health world. And so we want to go to the low hanging fruit, really, Sonia, when you're just starting out. So who you were before, who you used to work with before, your community, they know you, they love you, they trust you, hopefully. And they're going to be the ones that you can potentially open conversations with to be bringing this nutrition. For me, that was an easy one because I worked with so many moms locally initially with Purium. And when I realized that I needed to lead with the business, ultimately, I recognized that, oh my God, moms, birth professionals, they're the ones that are going to get this nutrition to the moms. And so I reached out to all my birth professionals, and I still am 5 years later. Right. So I think what I would do if I were you, Sonia, Taz is your upline, right?
Yes.
I would get with Taz, and I would have like a coaching session with her around all the people that you can potentially be reaching out to. So you don't want to limit it just to those people, but it's good to start with who you've been in the past, and that can be sort of like your hot list, if that makes sense. And then your warm list is going to be others that you know less so, or maybe more like acquaintances. So yeah, personally, I started leading with the business out of the gate because I was a business coach. So this was not a hard pivot for me. So if you're knowing that you want to lead with the business yourself, Sonia, then you want to find other entrepreneurs that are business minded, have more time than you, more networked than you, more connected, more successful than you. And you want to acknowledge them for all of that. And then just say, I thought of you because, so
Okay.
I hope that helps.
Yeah. It's just, a few people are popping right up right now. So
Sweet. Yeah, let's get those juices flowing. Anybody else? Is there any other hands raised? I can't see. Jody, can you?
No, it looks like we're good. And we're also at the top of the hour. It is 12:59.
Okay, cool.
So we've been all the way through it today, you guys. Thanks for everybody who got on with us. Steph, you want to wrap up, or you want me to do it?
I want you to do it because I want you to talk about next week.
She wants me to talk about next week. You guys, she roped me into something. I can't believe it. So if you are watching what is happening out in the world and in your grocery store shelves and in the Targets and Costco's and Kohl's and all the different places around, you may notice that the shelves are getting more bare, and that the container ships are just sitting in the middle of the ports and not being unloaded. And so we are headed for some big supply chain issues. And next week, I will be leading a call on how to prep for the unexpected, what you need to have on hand. Of course, Purium is a big part of that, but I'll be talking some more generic, generalized things as well, depending on where you at, whether it's blizzards or hurricanes or what you're preparing for, and the things that you really need to have on hand to make sure that you and your family can stay safe. Because if we have learned nothing in the last year and a half, it's that we need to be prepared for the unexpected. Better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. So Stephanie roped me into doing that next week. I have no idea how I ended up being this girl, but I am prepared, and I will share with you what I've learned in this last year and a half. So that is next Friday, on Fierce Friday. As always, it will be 11 a.m. Pacific and 2 p.m. Eastern. Please come, Please invite 2 friends. The recording for this will be up later today on our YouTube channel. And so if you want to share this with your teams, we would love for you to do that. And remember that all of our recordings are on that YouTube channel, and there is just a wealth of information. And we're going to keep trying to bring you as much as we can to help you increase your health and your wealth. Thank you for joining us this Fierce Friday, and we will see you next week. Bye, everyone.